Hi guys, just doing a short video just about the free business course offered here on the website www.getouttheratrace.com. It's a free downloadable product that's great for startup businesses, people who may not have the knowledge, social circles, experience, or will be a bit unsure on where to start. So I'm going to just walk you through the benefits of this free business course and why it's perfect for people who want to start a self-actualized business. So first of all, let me just show you where you can find this business course on the website. So this is the home page. If you go to product, click on product, then over here find out more. Now if you scroll down, you will see free business course. Click on it and it will just walk you through, provide you with some information, just a little outline and a summary of what you're going to get from this business course. It's really good, like I said, great for startups, and it covers a lot. Not everyone has got that understanding of where to start when they have a passion and they may not know the best way, especially online, to start their business. So this covers a lot. So if we scroll down, it will give you some bullet points of some of the things that will be discussed, but there's a lot more inside than what you can see here. So if you scroll down to the bottom, you will see free business course. Just click on that, provide some information, and it will take you to a page to where you can download the product and you can just start going over the business course. Like I said, people who are new, it will take them a few weeks to process and digest the information and get an understanding, but it's important just to do one module at a time, but always refer back to it if you're unsure. It's really in depth and it covers a lot from, for example, your niche. Now, this can be a very difficult process for a lot of people, trying to find out exactly what your niche is and what's the best audience within that niche. Because let's say, for example, you want to teach guitars now or sell guitars. Now that's a niche, but you want to drill down even more. That niche could have retro guitars, electric guitars, modern guitars, old guitars. Are you going to supply a service? Are you going to do a product? So what I'm trying to emphasize is that a niche is very, very, very broad. But what's really good with this business course, you provided prompts. Now prompts are just amazing. The prompts is you utilizing ChatGPT, because you can try this process with, let's say, a friend or family member, or you can try and brainstorm pen and paper and write down so many different options within a niche, and I guarantee you it is nowhere near as powerful of what ChatGPT can do. That's why AI is just taken over so many aspects within the world. It's important to get the balance and not overuse it or abuse it, but it's so powerful depending on the reason what you want to use it for. So for this specific reason on your niche, with this business course, you will be provided 5 prompts that you can utilize depending on where you are in your journey. But for you, the main reason what I want you to use the prompt for is your niche, because when you use the prompt, it will drill down whatever niche. Let's say it's guitars, let's say it's pet grooming, let's say it's music, let's say it's cleaning. The lists can go on and on. But when you find out what your niche is, when you put this information into your prompt, it will elaborate on that specific niche so much more than you can yourself. And then from that process, after using the first few prompts, you will have a much better idea on the type of niche you want to focus on and target for your audience, for whatever it is your passion is. So that's one benefit, along with other benefits that you'll get from the course. But I just want to highlight the prompts are so powerful. But then also you will have stuff that goes into detail on personas and why personas are so powerful. Now, that section of the module in this free course, and it talks about personas and templates and why they're powerful and how you can utilize them for your team, customer service, sales, etc. Then there's another section on the website, I'll go back to it right now, where you can download. So if you scroll down, when you go back to this page, you've got persona templates. If you click on this, you can actually download the editable templates, and you can input your own information, your branding, your logo, yourself. And also you'll find a video in the YouTube Canvas section which will walk you through how to do it. Let's go back to the business course. So going back to the business course before we finish, there's just so much value involved in this free business course that can help people who are unsure where to start, how to start, the best place. Additionally, we talk about keywords. Now, keywords is a bit tricky. What I mean by that, things have changed with the Google Helpful Content Update. So over the last 20 years, the way keywords have worked, people have been able to rank for specific keywords on their website. And I'm not saying that you can't still, but what I am saying is I'm not an expert in keywords. And if you go on to places like Reddit, you will even see so many people talking about the keyword issue, even experts who are struggling. So for me, I'm not going to promise or guarantee, because for one, I'm not an expert in keywords. My solution is to diversify. So rather than put all your eggs in one basket like many people have done over the years and solely relied on affiliate marketing, for me, I want to diversify. I want to find other ways to get traffic to my website instead of just relying on keywords. But nevertheless, in this free business course, you will get a section, a module that talks about general knowledge of keywords, which, even though things have changed, it's still very important to have a background and understanding of what keywords are and why they're important. So going on to another module that's discussed is power of branding. So for me, personally, I like to use illustrations. As you can see, they're very eye-catching and they stand out. So whether you use illustrations or whether you prefer to use non-illustrations, the point is, I think it's really important, especially when you're devoting a lot of energy and time into a business, a self-actualized business, something that you're going to be involved in for the long term. I think it's really good to develop some form of trademark. Yeah. Now, your trademark you can use, once you've got that trademark, you can use it on so many other things to do with branding, whether it's stationery, whether it's t-shirts, clothing, mugs, cups, etc., etc. For me, because, and for most people, if you've really got a passion about something, you're going to be in it for the long term, and it's relatively cheap to get a trademark. So if that's something you want to do in this business course, we give a lot of information on that module of branding, trademarks, intellectual properties, etc. Another section we cover is business structure. Now, this will depend where you are in the world, but in whatever country you're in the world, most countries, there will be a process to how you structure your business. Now, here in this free business course, we will give you a general outline of the basics. That could be a sole trader, it could be a partnership, or it could be a company. Now, once again, depending where you are in the world, that's the basics of a business structure for most places. So in this free business course, you will get general information to do with how to structure your business, and also from an accounting point of view, the best way to keep accounts and stuff like that. Another section and a module that's discussed is private labeling. So going back to intellectual property and your trademark, and like for example, here in the UK and in most places in the world, you will have, like, let's say for example, Tesco or Asda or Walmart in America. Asda is a subsidiary, I think, which is a smaller company, a part of Walmart, or it was. I think it might have been bought out. I'm not 100%. The point what I'm trying to emphasize is private label products is another powerful strategy. So for me, because I've registered, so here where you can see the R symbol, that means a registered trademark. So going back to private labeling products, like when you go to Tesco, you will see known brands, and you will see Tesco's brand or Asda's brand or Walmart's brand or Best Way's brand. Now, the reason you see that, because all they're doing is capitalizing. Rather than sell a known brand, there's an audience out there who will want a cheaper brand or a different brand. So what these supermarkets or any business does is, it's called private label. So what they will do, they will just rebrand it itself under their umbrella and make money from that product. So in this free business course, there's a section that talks about that, which is really good and really powerful and very helpful for people who definitely want to trademark their logo, because it's worth the investment. Like for me, this is my logo, this is my brand. So private labeling specific products or services is something I want to do for the long term. It might not be for everyone, but if it's something you want to revisit down the line when your business evolves, then it can all be done at a later stage. But it's definitely worth something considering. And then the other final section in this free business course is how to promote content. You know, once your business is, you've made progress within the modules and the course, and you've got your business, you've got your website, and it's up and running, then how do you promote your content? So in this free business course, you will have a section that talks about all the options on what to do. So that's it. I didn't want to be too long with this video, but it ended up being longer than I expected. But the main thing, what I'd like people to take away, is that the reason I promote people to have their own websites is because it's so much more powerful. For one, you own it. So what happened with the helpful content update is that a lot of businesses, a lot of people, I mean, some of the stories are heartbreaking, because over the years people solely depended on keywords only for being ranked. And there's two sides of the story, like there is in everything. For me, like a position, like if you go to Search Console and you'll see some of the people who work for Google, for example, saying there was a lot of spam, there was a lot of people ranking for keywords, and it wasn't very helpful. So one of their justifications is that they want to make the playing field a lot fairer. So rather than have a lot of spammy content being ranked, they've got rid of a lot of content. And unfortunately, there was a lot of people who had great content, and they lost thousands, hundreds of thousands of visitors a month during this transition, which was sad. But for me, my takeaway is, rather than rely solely on one avenue to get traffic. It's good to diversify. So for me, with my strategy is to find other ways to drive traffic, which could be YouTube, could be a website, could be other social platforms, but more important than anything is to have a domain name that's unique to you, and you can collect emails and build up an audience, because then if anything ever changes, like for example on Etsy, on lots of other platforms, the algorithms change. Now if they change and you've devoted all your energy and all your time onto one platform, then you're stuck and you've got nowhere else to go because you put all your eggs in one basket. So it's vital, very, very, very important to have your own website. Now for me, I specialize in WordPress and Elementor. Other people use Wix and lots of other content management systems out there. Now it doesn't matter what website platform you use. For me, it's powerful having a .com or whatever domain name, top level domain name or not. It's powerful to have your domain name. So whatever your niche is, get your own domain name, whatever it is. Let's say it's guitars and it's guitarspecialist.com, or it's, for example, retroguitars.com. The point what I'm highlighting is that domain name, you own it. That is your property. You own it. So simultaneously, it's more powerful to have your website and then use other platforms to get traffic, but always have your own website and develop an email list. So over the long term, you own the emails. They're the customers who you're helping solve problems and find solutions for, but it's yours. And then if you are utilizing other platforms like platforms like, let's say, Etsy or print on demand platforms, if the algorithms do change, at least you've always got your backup, which is your website and your own email list. So for me, that's very important. So that's why I'm trying to diversify, but I put a lot of emphasis on having your own website. It is so powerful to where you don't need it. A lot of people do great on social medias, but for me, it's a gamble. Like it's been a gamble for a lot of people with the helpful content update, who's so like affiliate marketing, who solely relied on keyword research. And you can see on my section on my website here, where if you go to the online hub, and if you click on the table of contents and go to affiliate marketing, I've got a section here on Search Console. It's an interesting link worth checking out. I've got another link here. Basically, someone who's an affiliate marketer who's devoted so much energy and time over the years, and she's sharing her thoughts. And ultimately, Google has changed the game, and she's lost out on a lot of traffic. Now, this is just one story out of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people who've been affected globally based on this helpful content update. I'm not an expert. Will it change? Will it not? At the moment, there's too much division on perspectives when you try and find the answer to that. So for me, it's just better to play it safe and diversify, create digital products, create services, and utilize various platforms. Here also talks about the document that got leaked, which shows you how Google was basically acting unethically in its approach. It's definitely worth a read. But yeah, definitely check it out. Definitely download the free business course. It's going to cost you nothing, and I think it's great for people who want to start a self-actualized business from monetizing their passion. Thanks guys, see you in the next video.